A husband and wife were driving down the highway when the car started to drift a little bit. The wife started screaming, "Bridge! Bridge! There's a bridge! Brakes! Brakes! Brakes!" Well, they crashed into the bridge. And as they were sitting in the hospital getting treated, the wife looked at the husband and says, "I yelled brakes. I don't understand why you didn't stop the car." The husband kind of sat there in silence, staring at her for a second, and says, "Honey, this might be a good time to remind you that you were the one driving the car."
And we check in now with the FanDuel Sports Network's pre-, in-, and post-game reporter Dave Maetzold for our weekly Blue Jacket report. And Dave, what a thrilling win. The season's first shutout victory for the Jackets last night.
It really was, and so many things went into it, Woody. Great goaltending, a lot of inspiration provided by Charlie Coyle playing his 1,000th NHL game, and just a little more grit, right, which is what was missing in that previous game against Ottawa. So really a big win.
Well, it was a great night between the pipes for Jet Greaves. Nobody ever gets a great performance, much less a shutout, without tremendous defense in front of him.
Well, that's exactly right. And he is such a modest guy, such a humble guy. You know, I tried to get him to talk a little bit about his own game, and he would only credit the guys in front of him and what a great job they did. But against a team like Dallas that has so many weapons, there's just a great lineup of hockey players. And to shut that team out and sweep the season series against them, it really says something about this Jackets team.
I mean, the second best team in their conference.
Right, exactly right. And when they play like that, and there's, a 1-0 hockey game in the National Hockey League, Woody, that just doesn't happen anymore. Right. So to get a win like that is very significant.
Talking to the FanDuel Sports Network's pre- and post-game reporter Dave Maetzold. And Mats, of course, we're still in the infancy of the Bones era, new coach Bonus, but by now you have to be able to see some discernible differences in this club.
He demands compete, and he demands playing at a level that might hurt. And if you don't, you're going to sit on the bench. And all you have to do is look at Dmitry Voronkov and his reduced minutes and the fact that he's been demoted to the fourth line. That's because he's not playing hard enough to suit the coach's style. That's what he wants. And if you're not playing that way, you're not going to get many minutes. So that, I think, is a good harbinger for what we can expect for the rest of the season in terms of the way this team will play under this new coach.
On the other side of the coin, who do you think is really flourished under his new outlook?
Oh, man, you look at a guy like Kent Johnson, whose first couple of games were very strong. Last night, Adam Fantilli was killing penalties, and we just talked to the coach a little bit earlier about this. Killing penalties because he was so strong in the face-off circle, which has been something that has been developing in his game. So there's two guys right there that I think have really benefited from it. Really the whole team, I think, once they adapt to this style, they're all going to find more opportunities that they're creating from playing just a little bit more physically.
Now, Dave, we've got 5 games left in the month of January, and a couple of them against teams above the Jackets. One of them, conference-leading Tampa Bay Saturday night. But before we talk about that, what happens if this snowstorm makes it unable for him to get in today?
I don't want to think about it. Because you know how many times, Woody, have we all been told it's going to snow 3 feet and it winds up not even snowing 3 inches. So we know that they're going to talk about it. Let's see what actually happens on Saturday.
All right. Mets, thanks so much. Big win last night. Thanks for your coverage. And as always, thanks for joining us here on Friday mornings on the Blue Jacket Report.
Always happy to do it, Woody.